Wonder Woman. Hello again, it's Tim back at Rating Central, and Wonder Woman just came out, so I went to see that. And, I kind of have some mixed feelings about this one. It, she played a very good role. The actress was very believable, not a problem that way. The action scenes when they were there were great, very full of unique choreography, unique shots, unique even the gunfiring and all this kind of stuff. Very empowering story. Wasn't a problem that way. I mean, it took a lot to get into the movie. This is becoming very common with DC movies lately, by the looks of it. Like literally the first 20 minutes to half hour was just getting into it. Now there was some action in there too. Don't get me wrong. I don't mean that, but you don't get into the actual meat of this movie's story for the first at least half hour, if not 45 minutes even. Um, but again, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't overly great either, though. Like realistically, out of my 5-star scale, this is a 3.5 for me. A pretty solid 3.5. Easily places that could be done better. Definitely places that they did very, very well. Again, cinematography, most of the special effects, this kind of stuff is pretty par for nowadays stuff, which is good. And again, a lot of unique scenes, which I did appreciate for that. Like there's scenes where she's literally destroying buildings, and it was nice to see a film take a superhero as seriously as that. I mean, even the Hulk and the Avengers, you don't really see do that very much. So it was nice that they actually gave her the power she's supposed to have. Which was good. She used all their weapons, including the whip. She used the whip a lot, which was actually good. I was kind of afraid that it would be a cliche weapon where they put it in there just so to say that she had it, but no, she actually used it. She used it very well. She used it often. They explained what it did. Like that it actually had a meaning. The end fight scene with the big boss almost choreographed from Batman versus Superman, though. Like it very, I don't know. There was nothing new about that fight. We've seen this 100 times out of all kinds of different movies, not just DC movies. So it would have been nice to see a little bit more originality on that part. I mean, really, they borrowed stuff from The Matrix. They borrowed stuff from Avengers, from Batman versus Superman, to make the final scenes there. And it's blatant. Like it's not even like they tried to hide it. It's right there. It's this is what we're doing. You know, again, the story was actually good though. I didn't mind it. The love interest between her and the main um, protagonist was actually not bad because it wasn't super sappy. It wasn't like in your face all the time. But I did feel like it was rushed a bit. They kind of go from I might like you to I love you kind of thing, like in like half a second. Like it's very rushed. Now again, given that the whole movie takes place over maybe 72 hours, once you get into the meat of the actual film. Um, so I mean, yeah, obviously there has to be something that you push to do that, but I don't know. It really didn't do it for me. Now, mind you, again, you're gonna disagree with me. People are definitely gonna disagree with me. My girlfriend really liked this movie. She said it's her favorite um, superhero film out of anything that she's seen. Which I mean, she's seen most of them, so I mean that says something. You know, it's very it was very good to see a female superhero. I will say that. She made a good example actually, where we see Black Widow in the Avengers, and she is always kind of helpless, even though she is quote unquote a superhero. And she's right. I mean, very realistically, women are very often portrayed as the damsel in distress. So it was nice to see her saving the guys for a change. Her taking up the arms and really standing up for what she believes in, and going above and beyond. And there was definitely some awesome scenes, like when she's in the war. That was awesome. It was very well done, very, very, very well done. I can't say enough about that. Again, the fighting scenes were very well choreographed, very unique, and again, a lot of movements. Just, I wish there was more of that. It kind of dies down and then picks up and then dies down and picks up and dies down and picks up, which I know a lot of action movies do that, but it's more like you get, 2 minutes of action, 20 minutes of nothing, and 30 seconds of action, 5 minutes of nothing. It's so again, it wasn't something that I personally, really thoroughly enjoyed, but I'm sure a lot of people out there will. I'm sure it's going to do well. Again, it's far from the worst that I've seen. Easily beats the Superman movies. Like it would rank right up there with some of the Batman movies, even some of the newer Batman movies. So it's not, it's definitely not bad. I would say to see it. It was easily worth the price of admission. So by all means, go see it when you can. And I mean, again, comment below. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm right. Subscribe if you want to. I like to hear other people's opinions. Realistically, again, just because it's not for me doesn't mean it's not for everybody. So, again, this was Tim at Rating Central. I hope you enjoyed. And again, if you really liked it, then give it a like and subscribe. We'll talk to you later.